Hello, I'm here to walk you through the latest Calgary real estate numbers and, more importantly, what they mean for you, whether you're looking to buy or sell. Sales for October had 1,885 properties change hands, which is a 13% drop year over year. Meanwhile, our inventory has surged by a significant 30% increase from last year, bringing the total number of available units to 6,471. This combination has pushed our months of supply to 3.43, which is a key indicator of a buyer's market. Now, while the overall benchmark price sits at $568,000, a 4.1% decrease from October of last year, it's crucial to remember that this is a combination of all. As we know, every segment and every community has its own unique story to tell. So let's break down the market by property type because the conditions vary dramatically. Our detached home segment, with a benchmark price of $744,400, is the closest to balanced conditions, sitting at 2.88 months of supply. However, even this segment is leaning into buyer-favorable conditions in some areas. For example, the Northeast is clearly a buyer's market with 5.1 months of supply, while the West Side remains a seller's market at a tight 2.04 months of supply. Semi-detached homes, the benchmark price is $683,100, and despite the overall market shift, this segment has shown remarkable price resilience, actually posting a 0.9% increase year over year in price. However, with 3.3 months of supply, it is a buyer's market. The biggest shifts are in the multifamily categories. Row townhouses are experiencing a stronger buyer's market with 3.83 months of supply and a benchmark price of $431,200, down 5.6% from last year. This is due to a significant inventory buildup. And finally, apartments are facing the strongest downward price pressure with a benchmark price of $318,200, down 6.9% from last year, and a strong buyer's market indicated by 4.59 months of supply. So what's driving this? The primary factor is the improved rental supply and easing rents, which have significantly reduced the urgency for apartment and townhome ownership. On the supply side, new listings have surged 10% year to date, while sales have dropped 16%. This divergence is what has created the inventory buildup we are seeing across the city. Looking ahead to early 2026, there are several key factors we need to watch. We have the usual seasonal patterns, where winter typically brings a temporary easing of inventory. We must also keep a close eye on the interest rate environment, specifically the Bank of Canada announcements into the early 2026, as any change will directly impact affordability. Furthermore, immigration and population growth will continue to influence demand, particularly for those multifamily properties. The key question that will define the market's direction is simple. Will demand recover faster than new listings accumulate? That balance will determine if we move back towards equilibrium or remain in buyer territory through the spring, triggering potential further price drops. Now let's talk strategy. For sellers, you are navigating a buyer's market, and success requires a shift in mindset. You must price aggressively. Buyers have time and options, and overpricing will only lead to your property sitting while inventory continues to build. Presentation is absolutely critical. Your property must be show ready. And finally, you need to embrace reality. Year over year prices are down. Accept today's market rather than chasing last year's values. For those in the detached segment, you have an advantage, but don't assume 2024 pricing still applies. For buyers, this is your market and you have a significant advantage. Take your time, days on market have increased, and inventory is plentiful. You can negotiate confidently, expecting to land on a price below list on most properties, especially apartments and townhomes that have been sitting for 30 plus days. And please use conditions liberally. Financing, inspection, condo document review, protect yourself. The seller needs you more than you need them right now. However, a word of caution. When you find a genuinely well-priced property in great condition, don't over-negotiate. Good deals still attract attention and sometimes multiple offers even in a balanced or buyer's market. To wrap up, we've moved from the intense seller's market that peaked in 2024 to a healthier, more sustainable market. We've returned to more normal, long-term historical sales trends. For sellers, success means realistic pricing and flexibility. For buyers, you have time, choice, and negotiating power. Use them strategically. Understanding your specific property type and location is crucial. A well-priced detached home faces very different conditions than an apartment in a high-inventory district. Whether you're buying or selling, I'm here to help guide you. Please reach out.